Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to try something a little different and try and do a story time for you guys. So I have quite a few interesting, crazy stories that I've told friends in the past and they really liked it. So basically the story that I want to tell you guys about today is the time I almost got strangled by a snake. Yes, that actually happened. This is not clickbait. I'm not trying to get you guys to watch my video. I literally almost got strangled by a boa constrictor. I think that's what they're called. So this was when I was about 8 or 9 years old. And back then we used to go to this one island in the north of Germany on holiday called Föhr. And on Föhr they had, back then, a circus. Doesn't exist anymore, so for everyone that's gonna have a go at me and be like, oh, it's so cruel to animals, they don't exist anymore and we don't go to circuses anymore. At least I don't after this happened. So we went to the circus, they do this whole routine, and then once the circus performances are over, you can buy these tokens. And with the tokens you can like ride a camel or ride a horse, have like a little walk around on a horse in the circus ring. One of the things you can also do is hold a snake. So I'm gonna insert a picture for you guys right here. And this is actually me and my brother with one of these humongous snakes. Every year we did this, and pretty much every year it was always me and my grandmother, and we'd go and we'd sit down and they'd give us a snake and one of us would hold the head, the other one would hold the tail, and they'd take the picture and done. And for the most part, it worked out pretty well. It was a few seconds, you had the snake on you for like whatever time it took to take the picture, and then the next people came. So one time this year, I decided to throw a tantrum like the spoiled little brat that I was, I'm gonna go with was, because my brother was in the picture. And I was annoyed that my brother was in the picture because normally my brothers and sister didn't want to take a picture with the snake because it was a bit too scary for them, because they were all quite a bit younger. My sister's 1 year younger, my brother's 2 years younger than I am. So they weren't really interested in the snake. So it was my thing, and I was just like, no, I'm the only person that can hold the snake, so I'm just too cool, right? No. So I threw a fit that I wasn't in the picture by myself, and Carla decided to go ahead and let me have it. So I go back, my grandmother buys another token for the picture with the snake, and she's like, okay, you go in there, you sit down. And obviously I don't have a picture of this to show you because they didn't end up taking one, but basically I sit down and they give me the snake, and for whatever reason they were kind of delayed. I think there was a problem somewhere, I can't quite remember what it was, but there was some issue and the people were distracted, so they weren't taking the picture. So I was sitting there, the head was here, the tail was here, and I was just kind of sitting, chilling, waiting for them to take the picture. But in the meantime, the snake decided that it had had enough, and quite rightly so. I mean, these poor things, there's a reason that they're not supposed to be in a circus. And this snake was like, right, today I'm gonna have an 8-year-old sized snack. So while these people were off somewhere, not really keeping an eye out on the snake, I can honestly not tell you how I didn't realize it. And I was holding this snake and I was kind of looking around, I was looking at the different people, and all of a sudden I feel this insane weight on my chest just pressing down, and it's getting harder to breathe, and I didn't know what it was, but it was getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it was just like someone is slowly putting bricks on my chest. And what I realized was that the snake's head had gone from over here to over there, and was now slowly wrapping itself along my chest and was about to go in for another loop to really, you know, kill me. So, I mean, I can understand, like I said, it's a circus and they're not supposed to be in there. But I was kind of sitting there in the end. I was freaking out. I was just sitting there, I was panicked, but I could barely even breathe because of the snake. And I don't know how they realized, but somehow one of the guys that was supposed to be either taking the picture or making sure that the snake was okay, or not, realized what was happening, and somehow they managed to get this snake to frighten it or whatever, and they got it off of me. And the snake just kind of slithered off into, I don't know, freedom, hopefully. And it was probably one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't move my arms. But apparently I was insane enough to still want a picture with the snake. So they brought out another snake. It was really, really pretty. I don't know if they can be called albino, but it looked albino, so I'm just gonna call it albino. So they brought out that one. I got a picture taken with that one, but I never went back to the circus ever again. Ever again. I was so scared. I swore that was gonna be the end. I was like, right, this is it. Goodbye, world. I'm going to die. I'm going to be eaten alive by a snake. Yeah, we didn't go back there ever since there. Also, little side note, another bit of karma is we were actually in the same visit going to look at all of the animals in their enclosure. Back at the time, I didn't see how awful the enclosure was, that these poor animals were standing on cement. There was very little bedding there. And I went up to one of the camels and it spat in my face. So I really had a bad day that day. It was not the best circus visit. Yeah, so that was the story of the time that I almost got strangled by a snake. It was horrifying, it was terrifying. Thankfully, that circus is actually shut down now, and I just, as a side note, I think it's, looking back on it, obviously like I said, back then I was 7 or 8 and I couldn't really tell that this was not how animals were supposed to be kept. But I mean, obviously now looking back, it was a really, really poor conditions. It was really unnice. They had it unnice. I'm just creating my own word. It was really poor conditions. The animals were not, to what I can remember, not very well looked after, and yeah, and there were other incidences. One girl, they had tarantulas that I also held because I am a rebel. They had tarantulas and one girl actually got bit by, or one visitor actually got bit by the tarantula. And although it's not really dangerous, supposedly it's like a bee sting. Don't quote me on that, I'm not a spider expert, okay? But still, it's terrifying. So they had quite a few incidences at this circus. And I think that might have been why they shut it down, but yeah, they left pretty quickly. But that was my story. If you guys have any crazy stories about, I don't know, near-death experience, either including snakes or animals, let me know, because I want to pretend that I'm like not the only idiot that's like, oh, let's put a snake around my neck. It won't strangle me, you know? It's totally normal for a snake to be around my neck, you know? So let me know if that's something that you guys have done, I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed the story and you want more stories from me, because trust me, I have a bunch more. For example, the time I was caught naked in the shower by my neighbor who walked into our house, just broke in, just right in. I also have some very crazy, funny experiences about backpacking through Australia for a few weeks with my friend and a very drunk guy we met on a bus. Yeah, so I've got quite a few weird stories to tell, so if you guys like that, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you really, really like it and you want to make my day, you can go ahead and subscribe. That would make me very, very happy. And in the description box below, I have links to my Twitter and my Instagram, and I post on them pretty much every day, at least on Instagram I do. So you guys can go check that out, and yeah. Bye!